Hey guys, and this is my second unboxing of the day, and today you can see that I have replaced my 15.4-inch MacBook Pro, which broke, with a brand new MacBook. Now, because obviously I got the 27-inch beast here, and it's a very powerful machine, I opted to get the 13-inch LED backlit widescreen notebook, or MacBook Pro as it's formerly known. And I also have my old MacBook unboxed just so I could do a quick comparison as to how efficient Apple really has got its sort of manufacturing processes down to. In terms of the new box itself, it's only marginally bigger than my old MacBook, which I think is quite good when you think about it, because when you look at it in terms of box to the old box, you can see the old box is substantially bigger, and also marginally thicker. So Apple really has improved in getting its manufacturing processes down and creating less waste, which ultimately is good for the environment. And they do sell themselves as well, not only as a quality machine, not only as people who make quality machines and products, but also as a green company. So the front of the box is the MacBook enclosure closed. The side is the iLife. It's got iLife, advanced NVIDIA graphics, Apple backlit LED keyboard, Apple logo, and if you bear with me 1 second, what the MacBook looks like open. In terms of specs for this machine, it is the 2.26, because as I've said, I really don't need that extra bit of power when I really do have a powerful home computer. This is going to be more than good enough for my needs. And 2.26 GHz Intel Core 2 Duo, it really is fast. It's shipped with 2 gigs of RAM. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a specification sticker on the top, and that's because I made one slight amendment, and that was to take the hard drive up to 320, just because I've got a lot of films and a lot of television shows, and I like to have them with me. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the box. I've already pre-cut it just to make things slightly easier, and the first thing you'll see is the aluminum Apple MacBook Pro Unibody design, and that looks absolutely fantastic. Designed by Apple in California, little tab here. Pull that up, just slide my finger under the computer. Wow. Put that to one side. See what else we got? Apple Power Brick. And this is the standard one with the magnetic charger. I thought they'd redesign this because I had seen some that were slightly different. As you can see, this one is just goes in like that. But I saw one which seemed to be a much longer, thinner design and appeared to go in sideways. Or I'm sure I have. Can't hold me to that, obviously. That'll be the power extension cable. And finally, we have the documentation sleeve. This, to be honest, it looks like the one that ships almost with the iPhones. Obviously, they've just made it quite a bit bigger. Turn it over. Little tab. And we have install restore discs along with everything else. I'm quite expecting to see here, oh, another Apple cleaning cloth. Always comes in handy. See that for the camera. Everything Mac, and just a little advertising leaflet. Anyway, let's get back to the most important thing here today, and that's this here. As you can see, it looks absolutely fantastic. I'll just get out my old 15.4 one, and I'm just going to do that for size comparisons, thickness and whatnot, and also you can see what ports have either been lost or been kept. Right, so I've put the new one on top of the old one. As you can see, it's only marginally smaller in terms of actual sort of length from back to front. And in terms of width, again, it's a small, I'd say 1.5 centimeters and then an inch and a bit on the side. So they really have maximised the screen here. In terms of thickness, I mean, you can see there, I mean, the new Unibody design it's a lot thinner. I mean, they've really done wonders with the screen. In terms of appearance from the front, the old one, which is the bottom one, had the infrared and the safety latch, which, as you can see, just through wear and tear, really does make the machine look a lot, you know, less of a quality product than it is. Obviously, on the new one, we have the magnetic, well, it's magnetic, sorry, the words escaped me. On the front here we have, I believe that'll probably be the light, which flashes on and off, which is found there on the old one. Obviously on this one you had the super drive on the front, whereas on this one that's been moved to the side. And I believe that's where the infrared port's now moved to. On the old MacBook Pro, we had Kensington lock pad, one USB, FireWire 400, FireWire 800, Gigabit Ethernet and a DVI out, which obviously has been lost. I can't say I'm disappointed about that, because I think the new mini DVIs look smaller and nicer. But also, I believe I'm right in saying they have the ability to put out both sound and image, which obviously this doesn't. It only has the ability to put out image, so nothing really lost there. On this side, both of them have the MagSafe power charger. Gigabit Ethernet and FireWire 800 have been moved over to this side. Mini DVI out, two USB, so nothing really different there from the MacBook Pro below. SD card slot, which is a new addition, and an audio in and audio out, and little battery button, which is being moved from the bottom because there is no longer access to the battery. On the old one we have the MagSafe, another USB, which makes it 2 for the old MacBook Pro, and a separate audio in, audio out, and headphone jack, and then an express card slot, which I can't say I ever used. So again, it's not really an awful thing to lose it. On the back, as you can see, it's just thinner and nicer. And then on the base, just to pick this up, as you can see, no more access, just the 4 feet. However, the base of this does screw off, because as you can see there's a couple of screw slots, and I am going to be updating the RAM on this, so if people want I can do a video of how I did that for them, and I'll be taking this up to 4, and I'll be taking the 2 from this to make the 27-inch a 6 gigabyte RAM machine. Turn this back over, and as I say, with the old MacBook Pro, there's your battery compartment. See if it's got any juice in it. Nah. And then obviously this was your access to your RAM. Another thing that I'm quite glad about is with this new unibody design, obviously it's all made from one piece of aluminum that's cut out. On this one, this keyboard bit on the top, after so long it starts to sort of almost fall to pieces, which I must admit I was disappointed with, obviously, because the amount you pay for the machine and the quality of the product, this isn't what you expect. I mean, you can see the movement there. I guess one final thing to look at on the new machine is what does it look like under the hood. So, get under the little latch there. A little bit of protective foam here, which is quite nice. And then a fantastic black glass display with the words MacBook Pro. There you go. So if you've got any comments, please make them. Please rate this video, and please subscribe if you like what you saw. Reviews will be coming. And if you've got any questions, as I said, if I get enough I will do a video. Unfortunately I can't do spec comparisons between this and the old MacBook, but I will do an in-depth review. And in terms of the old iMac, I know it's a bit unfair, but I will be doing comparison reviews. So again, please comment, rate and subscribe. Have a nice day. Please follow me on Twitter at Fool4Gold. Thank you and goodbye.